Okay, that's a really interesting prospect.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
I think if GODSENT wants to win, we need a bit more out of Stico and Far League. I mean, a map like Overpass, they were both, I think, had like 3 kills on the first half. And they're usually the big impact players for GODSENT that I've seen so far. Especially in a map like Overpass, you need to have a good opper. Far League was just non-existent in that match.
All right, well, here we go. Final map between GODSENT and OG. Big energy here for this final push for these two teams as they look to progress in this RMR tournament. And Issa kicks things off beautifully. 2 quick headshots. In fact, it is flawless so far for OG. Crystal, that's all that he can do at this point to just get some value, get some money. And this is a hard decision to make. Do you kill this player or not? So in seeing this guy, he wants to get behind him so he can maybe get another kill. That's what this is all about.
Don't mind me, guys.
A knife would be so... What's going on? How is MBK so oblivious?
How does he not hear it? Okay. All right.
The knife, honestly, the knife was actually so smart because you need that, that money from the knife would have been huge. Because I want to sort of theorycraft here. Okay, so it was Crystal, right? If he had $1,500 there, so minus 300, 1,200 more, it would have been 3,700.
Yeah, if he doesn't get that second
so he
kill,
would.
right.
So they would have the option to get an AK full armor into this round. That's what that knife would have been. That's actually kind of interesting, but
he was close.
Alas,
he was close.
That was hilarious.
But he whiffed. What happens?
The first time I ever scrimmed against MIBR, I had an opportunity to knife Fallen just like that, and I similarly whiffed it, and I hit a wall. and then he just turned around and 180'd me. I'm surprised that didn't happen to Crystal there.
Then he was like, never screaming these guys again.
Scrimmed him one more time in my life. That's it. Didn't find redemption.
Oh, sick headshot there from Mantu. Oh, he gets another connection. Mantu.
Oh,
good help from Issa.
Maybe a bro.
Mantu's dangerous.
Yeah, he's looking good already.
Game is on.
He is looking really good.
I've noticed that a lot of these top aimers just have good flicks. You know, it's not so much of crosshair placement. It's more just fast reaction flicks. Like a Liege is like one of those kind of players. He's a mean flick.
He's got that high sense.
Looks like high sense where he's breaking his wrist every time he aims.
He has the same sense as him. Asu also uses that same sense. Same DPI sense. It's 35.1 centimeters for a 360. For anyone who knows that universally understood metric. Should be universally understood. Everything else is stupid.
What's the formula?
Centimeters for a 360.
Oh, centimeters. We don't do centimeters over here.
Just go on mouse-sensitivity.com and it shows you all the numbers.
We do inches. Inches per meter. I don't know. Foot.
Inches per foot.
Anyway.
Moving on. First gun round here. Minute left in the clock. GODSENT with no real space just yet, but it looks like they'll be going for a mini wrap here. And they're met by NBK. An excellent shot from him to start things off. A second kill. Actually, that'll be Issa, but 2-for-2 trade. And Elixir B, he's still lurking around the smoke right now, but they seem to have an inkling of a feeling that he is there. Seiko takes him down. And now just Montu towards heaven. Will he push forward or fall back? Choose the passive approach. That doesn't leave many opportunities for them in this round.
This felt like this round was really close. Like I felt like GODSENT could easily have lost this round. Some of those fights were just so 50-50. But GODSENT will pick it up, and that's extremely good news for their economy as they look to survive with 3. Mantu's going to keep the scout though. His teammates won't have enough for a full buy. I'm just trying to work this out because they're going to have $1,400 in loss bonus, so they'll have around $4,000. So most of them, except Mantu's got a lot more. They could force it, but I think they will probably opt to half buy here because they won't have a it won't. If they could. Oh, actually, they're going to force it up. So Mantu drops the scout in favor of the AWP. Now MVK will play the scout. So you can see why a half buy. Some teams would have half bought here, so this is like there isn't a bad choice. It's just that you have to be really confident to run this force bite. Got the shoddy out there, lack of utility. It's a fast round for Madden. He's all the way down lower. And the smoke has been forced out immediately down secret. And that's not a good look for OG because they don't have much utility. Valde has a huge, huge job to do here. By himself on the ramp position. They already have Madden waiting. As soon as there's addition, that's another resmoke down lower. That's a huge piece of information.
And that actually might force GODSENT to do an upper split here. After seeing 2 of those smokes already lower. So we still see 3 of the players in the lobby area. Mantu gets a kill off a crystal wall from that CT spawn area. Mantu's already back. He's sitting the molly. He wants another pick. That was a wasted smoke in my opinion. He's already out.
Here's a look. 40 seconds to go. No one really has any nades left except Steeko on this server and a couple flashes from Mantu. And around Decon. Oh, that could be a problem, yeah. That's the problem. Valde and Steeko now they're splitting down from the ramp position. Valde stuck in control. He's going to have to find a timing through this smoke here. I don't think there's any really much else that he can do. His teammates are locked out of this position. This is really weird. Valde's position is... I'm not sure if they are aware about this.
Doesn't look like it. They aren't looking in this particular area. So he may be able to find some kind of backstab in this round. And this will perhaps set things off. But it looks like the remaining members of OG have already hightailed it out of there. Issa and Mantu at lobby and secret respectively. So Valde can pick up an exit kill there, but he's quickly dealt with. And that's not a great look for OG. They'll be able to save an AWP and an M4 into the upcoming round. The question is, do they force around these weapons?
I think given that they just force bought, I would prefer them to just half buy here. Or actually, they can't even half buy.
No, you can't. Yeah.
So I think they should full save around this, just because they haven't had a full buy yet.
Yeah.
And I think that like it could be tempting to get into that trap of force buying because you think that the other team's economy is on the edge, but you have to find your comfort too. And so it looks like they do go for the save. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, they're able to buy 100% next round anyways, so might as well save the run. Here comes upper takes Eagle getting the kill on Valde. NBK getting traded out for Crystal. And now GODSENT, they're up in the bomb site planting the bomb. Post plant commence. Where's the bomb? There we go.
Well, on the bright side for OG, they'll be able to save that M4 and AWP into the upcoming round. Both of those players have already backed off. Or actually, Issa is tucked into ramp. But it doesn't look like anyone should scout him out, and GODSENT will likely exercise the mantra of self-preservation in this one.
Yeah, he absolutely will. 4 players surviving here for GODSENT. I think they survived 3 in the previous round, so they're starting to improve their situation. And they're looking pretty methodical in these rounds, which is good to see. It does feel like things are looking already more comfortable for GODSENT. Overpass, again, I'm not sure what it was about Overpass, but they just couldn't find any T-side comfort.
Yeah. I think maybe they just started off too slow and weren't really... It didn't look confident like we saw in Inferno and this map so far.
Yeah, let's not forget, GODSENT beat G2 on this map to eliminate them from the tournament, so this is actually shaping up really well for GODSENT here. They've proven that they are very capable in the short term on this map, and they're already looking pretty solid here on the T side with 3 rounds and good money behind it. I mean, there's still a lot of half to be played, but this is usually the half that they have more difficulty on. And as I say that, Valde's able to find an opening pick. Oh, some spam coming out in return. But OG will be able to escape with their lives.
Crystal. He's in a powerful spot right now. He is able to just walk down lower without being seen. GODSENT did throw smokes early in the round, so you wouldn't be surprised if OG's already kind of set up for a person to be lurking. As we see Valde hopping around in the lower bomb site, so he's ready.
Yeah, a really good position to have to help your bomb site take. There is that one annoying person in the lower bomb site that's Valde. Crystal Moi's going to get shot back here by Valde. And it's like Zen's actually going to drop down the vents here. Oh, the bomb's going to fall down there with his teammate who dies. Stiko doesn't make it. But maybe, just maybe, Zen can keep his memory alive. 20 seconds for the plant. Farley with the AWP here. Oh, we might actually get a fortunate timing. Oh, that is actually huge. Let's see what else they can find out of this. There's one player behind. That's Issa. Can he find something? There's the committed plant. It's not really all that much that GODSENT can do here. Farley will fall back and save the AWP. This is a good round from OG. GODSENT do a decent amount of damage, but this is the kind of result that OG were looking for. Ties it up 3-3. Again, if you're just joining us, as you can see, this is the third and final map between these two teams to decide who will move forwards. And who just won the first series we did today? My brain is very foggy right now. Heroic, yes. So the winner will play Heroic.
Heroic.
It's sleep deprivation's really owning me right now.
It's okay.
Owning me.
For some reason, when you say it,
it goes away from your mind.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, I just thought about this 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know, it's rough. I don't know what that phenomenon, I bet that phenomenon has a name. Some like weird empathy thing. You can't remember it, so I won't remember it either, damn it.
I won't say anything. I'm not going to make you look bad, Dan. We're all going to look bad.
Well, GODSENT are looking for a better look in this round. Valde, though, will prevent that initially. Get another kill coming the way of GODSENT, though. And ships in the night.
Nope.
Can LXCB get out of there, though? He's getting chased down. He can't make it out. So it's a 2v2 with a minute to go. That's actually hugely beneficial for GODSENT. They are going to hightail it towards ramp here. They think that they can beat the timing of Man 2, maybe, but he is ready to go. And he's hit a fantastic shot, of course. Now the question is, can Madden make it down? He can. He's got the bomb as well. There's no smoke, so he needs to get a plant pretty much instantly here. Otherwise, he will not be able to get that bomb down. I'm going to go for a somewhat covered plant, covered from the control doors. Oh, it's the decon squeaky door, and he's got a lot of work on his hands here. We've seen him do some crazy stuff before. He had no idea Valde was so close.
Yeah, that plant doesn't allow you a lot of options. You either go back up the ramp or you just play decon. It looked like he was posturing as if he wanted to perhaps go for the big brain control flank, but if he had, then the player would have just been able to defuse on the other side of the silo. And regardless, a good plant, though. It'll allow GODSENT to have some money to work with in this round, and they've been keeping the pressure on OG, to say the least. The money is still not too great for OG. They haven't found that nice string of rounds with more than 3-4 players alive to help that economy blossom. But they're in a good position right now. The utility is definitely in their favor, along with the firepower. And Montu is starting to hit his stride, and that is the last thing you want if you're in the GODSENT camp.
Yeah, he's providing such value. If he wasn't there, if he wasn't present on the team as he is, it would feel like GODSENT wouldn't have much. OG wouldn't have much to play around. In some of these rounds, he's been such a presence. It's great to see that from Man2. GODSENT, with that secret control, look to just get their way to that lower bomb site plant. And so far, they aren't really harassed all too much. They have made their way quite deep. Now it's just about that final sprint down low. There's only actually 2 players to respond. It's a very strong angle from LXCB, but he has to have the coverage from the control room.
That spot's so OP. It's so ridiculous how good the spot in LXB's in. I'm surprised I haven't seen more teams do this.
Yeah, you need that. You need the cover.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna juke it. They're gonna try to juke it, but Issa's ready to go. He will get traded out. Is that going to be worth it? Mantu is anchoring the site, and they have to find a way to deal with him. There's not much time, and now there's just one player. Madden's trying to find him. There's one right above him. What on earth is he even shooting at? Oh, no. Madden's able to get the double, and the plant just in the nick of time. Can he evade the CTs that are oncoming? No. The nade is there, and another round goes the way of OG on the defuse. But some decent damage to the economy of the CTs. They are actually keeping the economy really low. GODSENT are, but they're losing rounds now. 5 rounds on the CT side. Still feels pretty neck and neck, though.
Yeah, GODSENT is just really slowly taking their time trying to squeeze out every dollar out of the OG CT side. And even though GODSENT did get a couple kills, ultimately they do lose the round while getting the bomb down. So it looks like they're going for some kind of... Wait a minute. A hero AK, looks like. I don't know if that was planned or not.
Nice.
But
good job, Chris. You need to learn from Rob's.
There you go.
Well, that hero AK is already tagged down to 60 HP. Good spam coming out from LXB. Oh, look at that. Just walking down the... Yeah, just evading him perfectly. We'll see what Modden's able to find from this position as Valde is challenged at ramp. He may be pinched from multiple directions. LXB looks down the vent. And I don't think that OG are quite aware of that positioning. But will it even come into play is the real question here. May not be the case as Alexi finds Farlig and the bomb. But oh, Modden found his time to strike, takes down Valde. And now it'll just be NBK to defend this ramp position. Oh, he's supported by Montu. This is not a great look for GODSENT here. Oh, but Montu rotates away, actually, leaving just NBK on an island, and he's taken out by Zen. This is all falling apart for OG in this round here. Alexi B and Issa now so far away at this point. But, well, actually, as I say that, Alexi B has found his way into control room, although he is evaded.
Yeah, his presence is going to be really annoying, though. That's exactly why. You don't know when he's going to peak. So they have to find a way to deal with him, but they've got no nades. No utility is really proving quite difficult, and that's going to be a huge opportunity now for OG to recover this. The HP for GODSENT, those that remain, is so critically low. And it's going to be about playing the time as well as possible. Issa's going to take down Madden. Stiko has to pull out some kind of ridiculous clutch here. He's going to find one kill. Closing the doors, just barely escaping 3 HP. He's got a hold to work with. The deal comes out, trying to get him off the defuse. He's going to be holding it. Oh! And he nails it. Calm.
He defused the bomb.
But he got the defuse.
Oh, he got the defuse? Oh my god. I did not see that he got that.
It was at the bar. It had to be the exact same moment.
That had to be just so insanely close.
The tightest of margins.
Because I swear because I was looking at the graphic and I'm like, doesn't look like he's done it.
We'll see it again right here. It didn't quite. Well.
Okay, the graphics. I guess the graphics were off. I guess a little bit off perhaps because that looked like it was on.
Yeah.
Good attempt though. Great damage regardless. That's going to be extremely upsetting here for OG. But GODSENT have to capitalize. If they can capitalize in this round, if they can win this round, they're going to be set up so well for a huge recovery. That's a good start, but how do they play the 5v4 here? They're looking for that secret control. Oh, that gap just in the nick of time. It was covered up. Look at the pace here. Uh-oh.
Oh, Alexi B. Shotty. Oh, doesn't make it work, but Valde is there to recover the situation and takes down one from the control door position. But still an advantage for the side of GODSENT. Oh, instantly taken out of the server is Montu at the hands of the opposing offer. And it just leaves Issa now 1v3 situation.
Oh, it's so awesome to see that change of pace going into a round which they know that if they win it, they have a huge opportunity to take control of the game. And the round they choose is just like basically almost a bum rush outside. That's a great call.
It's a weird word. A bum rush. Feels like it's something from the 1800s.
I feel like we talked about bum rush like the first or second day of a close qualifier.
It just keeps coming back. It's a full circle.
We should get to the bottom of this. It goes back to the 20th century. By then, bum had gained currency in American slang to refer to people. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to read it. I feel like some of the terms they're not particularly offensive in 2020, but
let's just say outdated.
It's a little dated. Yeah,
it happens. You know,
it's bums rushing. It is bums rushing.
It is.
Although GODSENT had a lot of money in that round. They were actually quite rich bums.
So it's a conundrum. That's okay, because Issa still has an M4.
Getting around all the awkwardness.
Oh, okay. Good start for OG. Not the best buy for them here, but already a 5v4 advantage.
Yes.
Look at your deagle.
Oh my god, it would be so upsetting if GODSENT, if OG were to find a way to actually just deke them into oblivion.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, GODSENT did to them on that one round. That said, GODSENT did lose that round, but they did kill almost everybody, and they got the bomb down. GODSENT have been pretty... Their approaches on the anti-ecos have been quite deliberate, so we'll see how well it fares here. Issa's surely has a timing here, because he might find the timing when they're just moving towards the outside, towards main and so on. And indeed, Issa pops up, takes down Farlig.
Oh.
That creates a distraction, so MBK can pick off one as well. And it's a 2v4 just like that. And now Lexi B, he's heard the action. He wants to taste himself. Will be denied for now. Mansu with the deke, trying to see what he can do here from Hut. Look at the positions here. There's just not enough players, and indeed, OG still at away with 3 remaining.
Oh, even passing the AK.
Oh my goodness, that was a hard round to watch. Just seeing GODSENT walk everywhere into deagle angles. It's like,
one of the problems there is that, and then we see this really consistently with the top teams. If you're not planning to go secret or you're trying to go past it, you have to cover yourself for a timing from the secret stairs. Because I've seen the amount of times I've seen that play be made and see it just win around. Is kind of crazy.
Yeah, usually teams are tossing Molotovs over there, or even have a person kind of posted up, because usually it's one angle, if they peek from the stairs, that they can peek safely from not being spotted from the silo. So it's usually that one headshot angle, and you'll see a lot of teams posted up for that. Waiting. Trying to sell it.
This is an interesting off angle from Valde.
That's actually, yeah, it's really cool.
You don't see this very often. Ramp player's job is usually to just get one and stay alive, but because he has this crossfire with Montu, it allows him some space that he usually wouldn't be offered or wouldn't consider, given the risky nature of it. But it looks like the main attack will be towards Secret. NBK is there to meet that, though. And then the push comes in towards Ramp, but this is why that crossfire is just so scary. They do not expect Valde in that position. He's able to pick up 2, looking for the 3rd, but Farlig's able to recover with 1. And OG are respecting Farlig now. They back off of these positions, give him some space, and he might be able to find something with this. Maybe a plant. We'll see.
He does have a smoke. The issue is that someone can play exactly the control doors and really mess with him. You can spray for free into the smoke, then close the doors again or whatever. Oh, the spray will miss though. Looks like actually Farlig found the perfect timing. Oh, there's 2. It's going to have to be a double here. There's 1. He should reset. Oh, no more kills for him. That would have been really good damage, but so it seems to be the case that GODSENT can't really. They can't play a default where they're pressuring outside and ramp at the same time. It's kind of what I learned from that round. They need to kind of pick and then just have a lurk in either in the outside if they're going for ramp, or in lobby if they're going outside, so that they can just make sure that if OG see a lot of players, they get punished for making plays for lobby control. Or something similar, just because it seems to be that GODSENT are struggling to have enough to either trade or have the nades that they need to prevent OG from getting the setups that they want. Let's see what the adjustment is. Ooh.
Okay. That's a start. Stiko taking down Montu there. And Montu has been such an integral part to this OG defense that is a huge pick to find. That really hurts. And oh, Stiko's able to find another on Isa. That really just enables the push to begin for the GODSENT side, but they won't commit to it just yet. Modern falls towards upper, but no one's there to trade it out, and it looks like GODSENT are considering a different approach in this round now.
So Crystal actually was lurking outside, so they actually did that thing where they had 4 in and around ramp and lobby, and then the Crystal was lurking outside. He made his way down to secret and vent already, whilst all that was going on towards ramp and upper. So they have a contingency plan because of Crystal's position. And you can see there's no rotation for Alexi B as he gets taken down from that vent spot. So that was a great round, and that kind of goes to show, I think, just having that extra support to be able to kind of explosively react to whatever's happening around the bulk of the push worked out nicely. And that single lurk outside Crystal just gave them a plan B if everything went wrong.
I wanted to see how Stiko killed Mantu at ramp. Usually, Alpers are pretty favored for the fast peak ramp because it's just a tight hallway that they have to aim through. And it just takes one shot to kill the Alper.
I think Mantu was trying to push the angle. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
He was caught pushing.
I think they threw a fake smoke kind of thing. You could see where the smoke landed, where it was to the left of that dead body from Stiko's perspective. So they probably threw it there and just hoped for the best. But the adaptation from OG should more or less be along the lines of limit the lose conditions for yourself in these rounds, because GODSENT haven't really consistently shown any type of win conditions that they're creating. So if OG just tighten things up a little bit, play perhaps a little bit more standard, then it will be difficult for GODSENT to find an in on some of these rounds. And with this buy, though, it's tough. It's tough to try to actually play like that, because you can't always trust your firepower when you have 2 FAMASes and a Deagle on your primary offer.
There we go. Trade, though. MBK will find that one. And got to be careful here. Where's the spacing at? Where's that spacing? No one's next to Madden to trade that. Steak has found his way lower.
So random.
And that glass is going to be heard, the breakage. Seeker's going to check the hard angle, but XCB is going to find that one. Seeker really needs to get at least a kill there and or survive. I like, though, just open up opportunities, but look at the CT. There's so much CT presence. 9-5, and OG having a really good half so far. I have to say, I think anything between 6 and 8 rounds, I think, was the comfort for GODSENT. If I had to make like a guess as to like how many rounds do they need on the T side. How do you guys feel about how this is progressing so far? Do we think that OG's looking like too good for this to be a close game?
I wouldn't say too good. I think 5 or 6 is, you know, it's a decent T side half. And GODSENT's kind of doing a lot of weird stuff. Like last couple rounds, you just see like 2 people walking on the other side of the map without really any way of exchange or help. So in a way, GODSENT's almost handing these rounds to OG on a silver platter, because like you're hoping that they're not watching a choke point 5-on-5. It's like that's not a good consistent game plan to really rely on.
Yeah, I'm favoring beyond the scoreline OG at this point. It feels like their experience is kicking in breaking down some of these rounds in a team effort. And GODSENT, on the other hand, they don't have a lot of those micro plays to find advantages. As I say that, Farlig's able to find something for the team. But here's Crystal.
Yeah, he's trying to lurk out by himself.
Yeah.
I can understand why his teammates are like pressing onto a plant right now on the lower bomb site. This will be a tough hold. It's Zen, Farlig, and Madden. They're going to have to do it for the team. They need this last round. 6 rounds would be so good. Farlig defending 1. The trade from Isa, though. He's looking pretty strong at the top of those stairs. Zen will be sent back towards the site itself. And you've got Madden covering from the ramp position. It's a 2 versus 3 here for GODSENT, and it's looking very difficult. There's the first one offered up, though. Madden and Zen acting here from the site. It's all on Madden now. 2 players left to go. The time is of the essence for this defuse. They've got to get on it pretty much straight away. The smoke is down. Madden, can he find this? Yes, he can. He gets the first and the second. The spray control is phenomenal from Madden, and that's going to be one hell of a way to close out the first half. 6 rounds for GODSENT, 9 for OG. Who is going to win this? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. See you after the break. All right, welcome back, ladies and gents, to this exhilarating game of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. These 2 teams are looking to fight to increase the amount of RMR ranking points that they can achieve to guarantee their place at the major.
Oh, this might be a technical pause. All right. Wouldn't normally see that on the pistol round, just Crystal running deeper into CT spawn, looking to save his gun. Not a standard look.
Well, we've got ourselves quite the game on our hands. Honestly, OG looked really good in that first half. We were expecting to see a better T-side from GODSENT, the way that you set it up, Alex, but it felt like, in that sense, GODSENT did, or rather, sorry, it felt like in that sense that OG did enough on the first half. However, 6 rounds on the T side is nothing to be scoffed at, and if GODSENT win the pistol, much as OG did, then I will start to, I'll be wondering, are OG going to be able to have a good half here? Because that pistol is so important.
Yeah, so historically speaking, OG's stronger side is the T side, but GODSENT's stronger side is the CT side by a large margin.
Yeah.
They are much better at the CT side than they are at the T side. For them to get 6 is actually a very good prospect for them here moving forward, if they're able to get the pistol, I must say.
Oh, Crystal, what are you doing?
Oh, this is I've been seeing a lot of Russian teams do this, CIS teams. They love this. Just kind of nade and dually on top of hut. Yep. Yep, that's literally the play that they're all running at this point. But Farlig,
let's go.
What a hot start from him.
Farlig. Wow. He is owning.
Get the dualies.
I was listening to Citizen's interview yesterday.
It's time.
Run around and own them. God damn.
Oh, that makes the round a little easier. Little
Pop.
little space for your team.
Yeah, we gotta see this part. Yes.
Pop.
It feels so good when you do stuff like that, especially in a match,
Oh,
in a high-profile playoff match. Oh,
yeah.
Fuji's like, yeah, I'm the best.
That's why we picked this guy up. Whose idea was it to pick this guy up?
I like how your voice changes. Yeah.
I'm pretending to be someone with a deep voice on the side of GODSENT. I wouldn't know who that would be, given that we've only done one interview with them, but it's somebody.
Just say the manager.
Yeah, the GM.
They're usually older.
Oh, good nade damage already onto Issa there. 41 HP for him, and he's one of the hero rifles in this round as OG have forced following the bomb plant.
Okay, so probably an upper play. Fast upper play is usually the call for situations like this. We'll see exactly what they're able to do with it, though. GODSENT, they should be anticipating stuff like this. It's one of the very likely outcomes. And if it is to be an upper play, we have these 2 players outside that can split in. We'll see, though, if that's going to be the case. They're actually going to go outside, so maybe making it look like it's going to be upper, then hitting that secret push. And they're going to get their way down mostly. It's one player that won't be able to make it and join them. That's Valde, who was throwing the nades. Such is the life of the support players. And, Astiko completely out of position. Now there's Farlig in place. Oh, he's going to be super careful here. Oh, he had a better angle, but MBK shot down to 1 HP. Great flashbang there, if I can get the words out of my mouth. And it's going to be Zen in the clutch now. This is extremely awkward. They need this round. Oh, headshot on MBK. He had 1 HP. But where is the last man? And the man 2 takes him down. And the fact that MBK got that 1 extra kill, that prevented the trade. And that prevented a trade scenario in that very last fight. So that's kind of insane that OG got so much damage there. If we were GODSENT right now, we would be so mad. I feel like they should have really been able to do a lot more with that.
If I'm Farlig, I'm a little bit upset because I felt like he was scoping at that locker room position, left, right, and they just somehow evaded him.
Yeah.
It was so odd, the timing on all of that.
Yeah, it looked like GODSENT had at least 2 people outside, further outside. Like, stop.
Yeah, and they just didn't find the kills as the players were crossing. That's a gamble call from Alexi B, but it's actually a little bit characteristic of his style. He actually really has been disrespecting oppers for a long time now, or just people in general, towards that outside spot, in the fact that his teams do not always treat that cross position with the utmost care. It's frequently just rifle work that gets it all done at that position for his teams. So, yeah, cool approach from him. And he's able to make that Mac 10 work at long range. But Zen is able to find the trade. And BK, though, stopping Zen. And it looks like OG might just run away with this round. 4v2 advantage.
So this is going to shape up to be the worst possible start for GODSENT on the second half. And I'm not sure what that's going to end up meaning because, you know, it's in this series, we've seen a lot of odd turnarounds. I think the last round is another good example of that. I think that there's so many spots there where GODSENT were going to win the rounds, but ultimately it was the case that OG just got the, like MBK, for example, he just got those 2 extra kills. And that just swung things massively towards OG. But considering he survived the second fight with 1 HP,
yeah,
you know, there's just so many small margins to those situations. Stealing a gun away here would be fantastic, or getting another kill. Oh, dear. Some sound keys being made by Madden. Ooh.
Pop.
MBK's feeling it.
Yeah, he's had a really good map and overpass. He's bringing it to this game as well, this map. It's good to see people rotate through top fragging. You have to have it on your team. You can't just be the carry the entire time. You got to put confidence in everyone else that even you can carry. Yes, you at home. You can carry.
All right, so we'll see whether or not now that, you know, we'll see whether GODSENT can get some money back towards their camp in this situation. It would be really, really cool to see a setup that could allow for them to get a kill, maybe capitalize somehow in... I mean, in these rounds, it's like very difficult to find the right USP setup that will get you a kill and have you have the ability to steal a gun away. Because, you know, teams at this level, they play anti-ecos in such a fashion that should deny you that possibility. But that's one of the best outcomes.
Yeah. What you saw earlier today on this map against Fnatic was a setup. It was like the old VP, like 1.6 VP strat, where they would stack by the heaven and window area. It's like a tower of death. A stack of death. Oh man, old VP. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, sure was. Sure is. I think my capacity for basic cognitive function is declining at a rapid rate.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm noticing that I'm suddenly in the last 30 minutes really struggling.
Yeah.
To make sense.
Don't worry, I found a second wind.
Nice.
I found it.
That's good.
What's your secret?
The juice.
It's a special sauce.
It's the CS Summit magic.
The elixir of life.
Yes.
Many people were born.
The fountain of youth lies at the CS Summit.
Lazarus Pits.
Yes. You know this.
Dan's seen it all.
Alright, well, there you go. Pretty much clean rounds from OG. Acceptable loss. Valde was expendable. 12-7. OG 4 rounds away from taking this best of 3, and GODSENT, it's got to be now, I feel like. It's really got to be now. We haven't really seen, at this point, a full buy from them because they've had such a rocky start.
Yeah.
After winning the pistol and losing to a force buy, but we'll see if they can find a recovery.
Has a must round win. GODSENT needs to start coming back in this game with this round. They are very low in utility in general, and only 1 kit. Crystal. Where's Crystal?
Yeah, this is a tough one. Stico already using his smoke at ramp so early in the round as well. Makes this extra difficult for him as he's trying to anchor that position. And OG, they are masters of deception. They frequently pull the rotations in multiple directions simultaneously. It's the Alexi B special, and he's whipping it up here as they go for the deep outside smokes. And these as well, they just deny so much information. Feels like the T's can be everywhere. There are not enough players in the server that can cover this kind of play. But we'll see if Farlig is able to make it manageable. This challenge at secret position.
Oh.
Wow.
And that's what GODSENT needed on their T side. Someone covering for that. Mantu does it all. So aware. That's a great kill onto Madden as well. They've got surely have to save at this point. Bastiko's in a committed position. He can't save. He's going to have to fight to the death, but maybe he can get a couple kills. If he does, it could be on for his teammates, but he has to find a spot to work from. It's really on Stiko here to get some value from his position. There's one, and one around the corner. Oh, the HE is actually going to be really good here. Oh, the damage is extreme, but how on earth does Valde escape that? And BK's going to take down Zen. It's just going to be up to Stiko now. 2 players remaining. It kind of feels like he needs to go for this, and that's a close one. But Mantu yet again delivers a key kill to keep his team in it.
That was so close. Stiko almost had a hero play at that lower bomb site. Just, if he got that kill on Valde, could have been different rounds. Just a little bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. Would have made that post plant very tough for OG to recover. Thankfully, for OG's sake, they were able to find kills on en route to the bomb site, making that a lot more manageable. And here we are again with GODSENT on a half buy, Farlig on the scout. Love to see him come up with some crisp shots here. But it looks like the point of attention will be ramp for OG, where Stiko, who just had a solid round, will have to come up with another and do better this time. Stiko, we're looking at you. And he falls off the angle quickly. Utility coming out for the side of OG, just forcing him off, making it so difficult for him to find some good looks.
Ramp is OG's.
Yeah, they've stuck their flag in it. It's an occupation. And GODSENT, there's not really much of a well, the reaction is taking out side control, but I don't know that they'll be able to stop the lower push. The problem is that if OG commit lower, GODSENT can't really stop a plant. Stiko needs a Deagle shot to connect it. 3 bullets left. Ooh, manages to get one out of that, but it's not looking really all that good here for OG. That's said, for GODSENT. That said, OG are taking some hits here. And Zen can steal away an AK. I think that's a win right now. 2 kills, an AK.
Looks like it'll be the 14th round for OG. And GODSENT have a lot of ground to make up here. They'll have a buy into the upcoming round, but it's taking them a while to get going on that CT side. Maybe Zen will be able to kickstart things with this saved AK moving forward. That's a big if.
Yeah, it's feeling really hopeless right now for GODSENT. OG have really hit their stride. They're just doing some good basics, I think. You know, it's nothing too complicated from OG, just some good openings. I think one of the issues is that GODSENT haven't really been able to challenge OG's openings. I think if GODSENT were able to create more problems before OG get to a bomb site, they would have a lot more success. But it feels like most of the cases, or most of the rounds, we're having this case that OG are able to get on top of the sites before GODSENT are able to have their impact. And if they could maybe create a situation where OG, let's say they want to go outside, maybe they do more, GODSENT do more damage, or they create a spot where they just actually lock off, let's say, certain positions that OG need and force OG to kind of respond mid-round. That would be a better place for GODSENT. But right now, that sort of thing is not really happening, and OG are instead just always comfortable.
Yeah, OG's really working that outside a lot, and GODSENT so far hasn't really put up much resistance. So I'd like to see maybe GODSENT have a person more towards that lower secret area, kind of, you know how people have been elbow spotting it, like with a smoke or a Molotov down there, and as soon as you see he's come downstairs, just attack, stall, wait for your teammates rotates. Look at this, an outside split by OG. GODSENT capitalized with 2 kills around there. Valde's going to sneak out ramp, bring it to a 3-on-3 situation. Mantu, though, is pretty much all alone here outside. Actually He's not alone, I lied. He's a partner, he's a friend.
He's got a buddy. Modin, though, on his lonesome here. Control stairs to make it happen by himself. Oh, he's regressing, actually, finding a great timing onto Montu there. Turns it into a 3-on-2 situation. Oh, and he knows where both players are, but loses his life. Oh, that was such an important spot to hold, but Crystal's able to recover with a kill on Valde, leaving Alexi B in the 1v2, holding the long angle with the AK. Not able to find that instant headshot, which may have been needed here if he wanted a chance, but oh, he's able to recover, gets the kill on his Zen, tags Crystal so low now. And there's a smoke right in front of Alexi. Will he find the spam is the question. Crystal with the tap on the bomb, but he doesn't commit to it. And Alexi, oh, he spams forward, and both of these players playing off of each other. And Crystal, he has to abandon this attempt. And Alexi just hunts him down. Very nice stuff from Alexi B in the 1v2. Oh, man.
That was so close.
That was very well played by Alexi B.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Madden to die in that spot. He was spotted in the window. Probably should not re-peek in that situation. Wait for your teammates to take over ramp room and then converge on, you know, whoever spots coming at that point. It's just unfortunate to see mistakes like that being made at an important round like that.
Yeah, he definitely could have done a lot from that position. Also impressive, Alexi B doing a lot from his. And now Montu, the op duel. You rarely see it in such a straightforward fashion, but Montu's able to come out on top in that instance, leaving it as a 5v4 situation. Oh man, Stico tagged down to 40 HP. Doesn't even see a player, but oh, okay, all right. Finds a little bit of spam on his own, evens things out.
It's crazy that, you know, in watching OG, it does kind of feel like they are getting all the plays that they want, and it's everything's kind of going according to plan there. Like, Max is like, oh, I want to, you know, AWP the squeaky door this round, and it's like, he's just right. he's just correct, you know, like, you know, that's the, and SCT appears to challenge, he gets the kill. It just looks so seamless. It's really working out really well for OG. It is a 4v4 though, and looking at the utility, it's definitely looking fantastic for OG. They've got a lot of space as well to work with. Outside is pretty much a given, and often has been against GODSENT. Maybe that's one thing that they need to think about for their future matches. But right here, right now, Zen is in a really important position around the squeaky door. Oh, it's a great reposition, just slightly too slow there to avoid the main player as Issa swings. The remainder of GODSENT are very, very weak at this point. This could be where everything ends here, but there's actually Stico still left alive. 3 seconds to get the plant. Has to commit to it. Stico has a moment that he can keep themselves alive, and he will do just that. GODSENT stay alive. I almost said mouthful. Stay alive for just a moment more as they pick up the round, but it is going to be such a grueling struggle to get back into this.
Yeah, 7 match points here for OG to try to close it out, and off of that bomb plant, they'll have another gun round for themselves here. Some heroics coming out from Stico, but is it too little too late is the question. So much ground to make up, so many rounds that you have to grind out, that you have to play flawlessly, and it will be so difficult to do such a thing, given the weaponry of GODSENT. MP9, auto shotgun for Modin. Alexi B already pressing on forward. Modin loses that auto shotty early on in this round. OG with another 5v4 advantage. Another good look to try to close the series out.
I can't believe we only lost 3 HP. That's nice. Good smokes. We kind of put out the Molotov. OG making their way outside. Practically everybody's in this choo-choo train. Going down lower, really slow. Just leaving the station. Alexi B left behind.
Oh, what? Farlig trying to make the aggressive plays. Taken down by Montu on the no-scope there. And GODSENT have to try to find a way to recover. Zen's able to get one, but he's quickly traded out by Valde, and that just leaves Crystal on the auto shotgun. Seiko with the op. All right, Seiko's able to find a lurking NBK, but all three of these OG players now will be working together to try to plant the explosives at this lower bomb site. It just leaves Seiko in the 1v3. He just had a 1v3, but it's not happening twice.
It is not happening twice. 16-8. OG win the series against GODSENT 2-1 to proceed in the lower brackets. Congratulations to them. It was a hard-fought matchup, and I think one that is going to be really interesting to look back on and kind of go into detail with. I mean, I didn't expect this result to happen like this, I got to say. OG always surprised me.
Yeah, after the first map, OG started off slow. We thought, oh, well, it's GODSENT. They're going to kind of smoke OG, but OG's showing a lot of resistance, a lot of resilience, and they just come back really strong. And then GODSENT looked really flat the last two maps, so it looked pretty good from OG in general. I like it.
We'll break that one down a little bit more, but first we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.